Hey y'all, it's Annelies. About a year ago, I made a My Favorite Apps Part 1 where I showcased 10 of my favorite apps that I use on my iPhone. And now I think it's time to bring you a Part 2, or a version 2.0 if you will. So in my first video, I showcased 10 of my favorite apps that were some of my faves. But now I think it's time that since I'm doing like more versions of this, 5 will suffice this round. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 of my favorite apps that I use on my iPhone. And in case you were curious, I have an iPhone 7 Plus 256 in the silver color. If you have any more questions about this, I made an iPhone 7 Plus video. Go ahead and check that out. Let's go ahead and get started so I can show you some of my favorite apps. So the first app I wanted to share with you was Notability. Now this app is by far one of my favorites. It is one of the apps that is like, if I get a new phone, it is the first thing to be downloaded on my phone because I use it for so many different things. Pretty much Notability is a note-taking app. So you can write notes, you can import PDFs, you can draw, write with like a stylus or like an Apple Pencil perhaps, annotate, pretty much do anything that you would like do on a piece of paper, think of it that way. And I absolutely love it because as you guys know, I'm an actor as well as I do YouTube, as well as I'm a student. So for instance, with Notability, I'll use it in my school for importing PDFs that I need, maybe my requirements for graduation. So this is the catalog for my graduation requirements. So you can see on this PDF that I highlighted it green, and that means I already took the class. And then I have other PDFs where if it's orange, that means I'm in it. If it's purple, that means I need to take it. I love color coding things, and that is why I love Notability, because I can color code things, I can highlight, I can mark up. Also, where your notes are, you can color code like all those folders, which is I love being organized, and I love organizing through color coding. This makes me very happy. And then like I said, with acting, I'll import a script into here, highlight my lines, annotate with my notes for my blocking or character notes or whatever it may be, and then this way I always have my script with me, which is super convenient because especially if you're learning lines or something like this scene here, I'm performing at a competition, I needed to make sure I always had my script on me so I can learn those lines. And then of course I use it to type up things for YouTube. Anytime I need to take a note, categorize it, highlight, whatever. It's just pretty much a really amazing app that also syncs through iCloud. So I have it on my iPad, my Mac, and on my phone. And through the magic of iCloud, as you guys know, I love iCloud. If I do something on my phone, it'll translate to my Mac. If I do something on my iPad, it translates to my phone. And then that just makes it so easy because I'll do a lot of the highlighting and the writing on my iPad, but maybe I want the information on my phone. So I get to use my Apple Pencil on my iPad Pro, and then it comes over onto my iPhone, and it's just, it's so great. If you are a student, if you're an actor, if you're anybody who has like PDFs that they need to take care of or like reading stuff, yeah, mainly like PDFs or like writing stuff. If you don't like just plain writing it down like on the Notes app on your phone that you get natively, I highly, highly, highly recommend Notability. It's a couple of bucks, but like the best money I've ever spent in the App Store. So next on my list is the Calendar app. Now this is the native calendar iOS app that you get on your iPhone. So sorry Android users, you're out of luck with this one, but I absolutely love my calendar. I am attached to my calendar by everything that I do. And if you know me in real life, you know that if you ask, hey, what are you doing on XYZ's day? Always my response is, hold on, let me check my calendar first. Because sometimes there's things I forget about, I put them in my calendar. And what I love about Apple calendars is that it's really simple. So right here, this is just like my day view. And you can see I have one event in the evening. I can see everything by hours. It shows me a red line at what time I am at now. I can skip through my calendar and I can color code things. So I've got the pink is going to be for my school. The red is when I want to drive for Lyft. If I go here, I've got orange, which is for my personal stuff. So I've got my piano lessons, I've got something else in there. All that stuff is all color coded. So what I love about seeing all my events color coded is I can look at my day, quickly assess what I'm doing on that day. So if I see pink, my brain goes, oh, you have school that day. So I organize it that way. Then what's really neat is I can share these calendars with people. So most of my calendars are shared with my mom, so that way it shows up on her iPhone without me having to text her and go, hey, I have a doctor's appointment this week or whatever. Same thing vice versa, is that she can put something in her calendar of saying, oh, hey, I have a doctor's appointment, you need to be here at this time, or take me here, or whatever, or this bill is due, or whatever. We can just kind of have our schedules synced across the board. It is just, It's so easy, and I live and breathe by my calendar. I really do. I've looked at the Gmail calendar app, and I could never, absolutely. Like, iOS calendars till I die. That's one of the things that I don't think I could ever use an Android phone as my daily driver phone, because iOS calendars takes the cake. Alright, next is this app called OffBook. Now, this is an app for actors, so if you are not an actor, feel free to go ahead and skip through this or listen to this, whatever, it's up to you. But OffBook is an app that helps you learn your lines for scenes. So what I really love is it gives you the ability to load different works, so like plays or pieces, into your app. Then you can create the characters, and then you can record the lines for the characters. Now, what's really cool is when we go to the rehearse tab, it will say what work do you want to choose. So I'm going to choose Arms and the Man and the new scene that I'm working on. You can name it anything that you want. So I just kind of sometimes put my own names to them. So if I hit that blue check mark, I get all the lines that I've already recorded with my own voice. And you can like have other people record their lines and stuff, but I just record them all myself. And then I can go to settings and mute my line. So I can select my character, which is Luca. Then I can mute my line. I can change the playback speed, autoplay, all that stuff. Go back, and then when I hit the play button, I don't know why I'm showing you, you see it here. It's not playing my line, and it's playing the 8 seconds that I recorded, so that way I know that I have enough time to say my line.
Indeed, I'm willing to be instructed.
Look at me, how am I allowed to have my own free will? Like that's my next line. But like, see, isn't that so cool? So what I find really handy as an actor is running my lines is what gets them in my head the best. Some people, you know, just like reading note cards and boom, that gets it in their head. But I like being able to say my lines out loud, even if I'm reading off of a paper, and have somebody feed me their line, which is my cue line, so I know what to say next. I swear by this app. This app has helped me learn scenes in one day in a matter of an hour or so. And with this scene, I learned these lines in a day. We'll say a day and a half. This entire 3-minute scene in a day and a half, thanks to this app. Like, it's a great app. It's free. The only thing I don't like about this app is how old it looks. It looks very like iOS 6, 7-ish. It's very old looking, but it gets updated. So I don't know why they don't change the look of it. I wish it would change that. It's not a perfect program by any means. It's definitely not perfect. But yeah, I don't know what the line sync thing is. I should probably look into that. I think it's something about where your stuff saves and then you can have people record their lines like remotely and then it shows up with their voice and like all that stuff. I don't really care about that. That's not what's important to me. It's hearing the words that's important to me. So if you're an actor, I definitely recommend this app. I've seen people talk about other apps that are like $20 and I do the same thing for free and I think this works really great. Now the next app on my list is the Kindle app and I use this for one thing and one thing only, and that is for textbooks. So if you are a college student, I would highly recommend checking out going through Kindle for your textbooks. Now, if you have a Kindle, you know, tablet reader, obviously that's going to do the same thing, but what's neat about having it on my iPhone or on my iPad, I keep gesturing this way, but my iPad's not over here. But I love having it on my iPad and my iPhone because I always have at least one of those two, definitely my phone with me. I've had instances where maybe I had a textbook on here. I forgot my iPad at home, but I needed my book that day in class, so ta-da! I have my phone with me, I can whip it out, see the pages, read it clearly, zoom in if I need to. It's really nice because your iPad or your iPhone or even sometimes people's computers, but mainly like a tablet or something, is going to be a lot lighter than most textbooks. Also, fun fact, and if you're a college student, please check into this because it is like one of the things I do. I would say 80% of the time when I'm looking for a textbook, it is cheaper to do the Kindle version, whether it's a rental or a buy, than the physical version. I think that the most it's ever been cheaper, at least with this algebra book, it was $30 cheaper for the rental on Kindle than if I rented it in paper copy, which I don't need a paper copy because I can just pull it up on my iPad, which is about the size of a piece of paper. I just find that so much more beneficial because you're not killing your back. These are pretty light, as well as you're saving your money. And as a college student, if you're a college student or if you're a student at all, you know how important money is and how tight things get. I would advise to you, if you're going into college, if you're a college student, if you need a book for any reason, look into the Kindle version of it. I just have the Kindle app on my phone just in case I need it. That's all I use it for. It's a really great app regardless. Like, I can highlight lines, I can, you know, bookmark pages. You can change the way the paper looks and the fonts and if it's bigger or smaller. It's just a book reading app, but Kindle is really good for your textbooks. And the last app on my list is the Files app. Now the Files app is iOS only, but it's one of the free apps by Apple that you can download, and it came with iOS 11. And pretty much much what the Files app is it's an app where you can go in and see any file or document that you either have synced to it or you have put into like your iCloud Drive or allowed permission of access to. So pretty much I use iCloud Drive a lot, whether it's for the Pages program, whether it's for Numbers, Keynote, whether I'm just putting my own PDFs and pictures and documents in it, as well as I use other cloud services like Google Drive. What Files does is it kind of collects it all into one spot so you don't have to go searching between different programs. So for instance, I can open up the Files app and you can see here that it says iCloud Drive, which is the Google Drive logo, all the different tags that I have put on my Mac transferred over to here. When I figured that out, I was so beyond excited. I can go into iCloud Drive and it shows me all my stuff in iCloud Drive. The folders I have, the pictures, that's my headshot. It's great. PDFs I have for things I need to print. I can go to Browse and I can go to Drive. This is my favorite. I can go to Drive. This shows me what's in my Google Drive. I don't even have to go to the Google Drive app. It's all right here. Is that not the coolest? I don't know about you, but that's pretty cool to me. I can see shared folders. Julius Caesar shared folder. I can tap on that and get the stuff within the Julius Caesar shared folder. I'm in Julius Caesar. Come see it. It's in April. But we have things like calendars and conflict lists and whatever, and I don't have to go into Google Drive. It's in Files. It's right here. Rehearsal reports, videos I have saved, images. I can go to Browse or I can go to Recents and it'll show me recent things I've opened up. So charts and PDFs and files of various sorts. Files app just makes it to where everything that you have that are files of any sort are streamlined into one program, and it kind of, the closest thing I can relate it to is the Finder on a Mac. So if you have a Mac, you know what the Finder is. It's kind of like your start menu on a Windows, except not, but like sorta. And you just have like all your documents in one spot. Like boom, that's Files for you. Just like documents or anything you put in your clouds are there in the Files app. And it just makes it so easy and seamless to access. And I'm somebody who I work off my phone, and the Files app just makes it really easy to organize that. I absolutely love it. Okay, so that brings us to the end of my favorite apps 2.0. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe found an app that might be a new favorite of yours. I really like, these are apps that I use all the time, maybe not every single day because it depends on what I'm doing on that day, but they're definitely apps that are necessities to me that I really find vital to be on my phone. Like if I'm gonna have any apps on my phone, it's gonna be these 5. So I highly recommend you checking them out if any of them seem interesting to you at all or seem like they might provide a solution to a problem that you might have in your digital space. If you guys have any apps that you absolutely love that are some of your favorites, please drop them down in the comment section down below. Then does not only anybody who sees this video get to see your favorite app and they might go check it out, but then I also get to go check out your favorite app and it might be one of my new favorites and end up in my favorite apps 3.0. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, truly. So if you've got some faves, spread the love. I would highly enjoy hearing what some of your favorite apps are and why. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out, lets me know that you enjoy videos like this. And I always like to say in my tech videos, if you ever have any video suggestions, whether they be tech related or not, but tech questions, tech help that you need, please let me know, tweet it to me, whatever you want, because I love making tech videos that help people and maybe educate people. So if you have a tech problem and I can somehow learn and answer it, like I'd love to make that a video for you. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I post new videos like every week or so, so if you want to be notified when I post a new video, hit subscribe and then hit that little bell icon so that way the next time I post a video, you will be the one to know about it. All my social media links are down in the description as always. Otherwise, that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Stay beautiful, have a marvelous day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!